Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Main Character Syndrome. I'm your host, Cheesymanfredo, aka Alfredo Morales. And with me here, as always, is my co-host, Julian.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show.
You always pause when I say Julian. Julian, why do you do that?
I don't know. I guess my brain is like, oh boy, what am I going to say? I did not prepare a bit. Should I do a bit or should I just say hello?
I was thinking about how podcasts, in a way, they're kind of like the talk shows for millennials. So it's like Julian could have like talk show guys always have their music guy as like their sidekick, right? Like Julian could get like the shaved head and like the little circular sunglasses.
He could
oh, geez, here I am, another episode with Mr. Manfredo.
Julian, what do you think about my tie?
Looks very good on you, Mr. Manfredo. Very stylish.
Yeah, you heard about this, Julian? The Knicks, they made it to the finals. You heard about this?
That's so fucked up. I bet on the Bills this season.
You bet on the Bills. All right.
I'm betting on my own pair of Bills. Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin.
There probably is a name for that guy. Yeah. I bet there is like a name for that
type
role.
Of musical stooge.
Well, it's not always like a music guy. It could be like
I feel like he usually is a musical guy though. But
it
right.
Can be. It can, right. If you want to save money, it can be. Right.
The Late Late Show had that comic relief skeleton guy. It was just a dude in a recording booth, but he could like remotely make the skeleton wave his arm, to life, turn his head. Yeah.
Wave his arm, come to life, start ripping apart the audience if it was hungry. Oh my god! Wait, before we go on with the live show thing, because I fit into a segment that I have in mind. I'd like to say thank you to Ben Saint for being on the last episode. He was very I felt like he was very unenthusiastic in last episode.
That's kind of his that's kind of like his thing though, right? That's like,
is it?
I feel like, I don't know, admittedly I have not looked at him in a while. So
I'm just saying this based on like every conversation I've had with him on a podcast. I feel like that was a very, not the least amount of energy, but I don't know. Maybe I podcasted him at a wrong time. Maybe he hasn't done it in a while. Maybe he didn't like that the topic kept jumping back to pornography.
Yeah. He's lost his podcast legs.
Not for a lack of trying. We did try to steer it away.
Right, exactly.
We just happened to be young men very interested in the topic of sex and sexuality.
The pornographic arts.
Young virginile, horny men.
Virile men.
Virile, yeah, that's the word right there. And that's Kazoo, in case you couldn't tell.
Hey guys, I'm back.
He's back. He's back. Last minute guess he's back.
He's back and in Pog form.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right
now. Collect the whole Kazoo cassette.
They should have brought Alf back for the Pog movement. They should have dusted off that grimy ass puppet.
I bet you like $100 that behind the scenes, I bet they've been trying the longest to make like an Alf reboot, right? Like they've been trying so hard to like make it happen. And I bet with the success of the Ted show, they're like, oh well, we gotta do an Alf reboot, guys. He'll just be just like Ted.
Be like Republican Ted.
Republican Ted.
Yeah, because he like fucks with Reagan, I think. I don't know. Or Reagan fucks with him. It's one of the two.
Does he?
I feel there's like a clip somewhere they're all like where he's all like, hey, Ronald Ray, it's me, Alf. There's like it's like a cartoon, I think. Or I don't know, maybe all like the cultural osmosis of like Alf being like this 80s thing and Ronald Reagan I'm getting tongue tied too. Ronald Reagan being like the 80s president makes me associate the two, even though I don't have like direct confirmation beyond like that one clip where they're like hanging out in cartoon form.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Was Alpha done by by the Henson Workshop.
I've never heard that because I feel like I would have seen him with something else, you know.
You feel like people would have brought that up, right? Like, oh yeah, you know, because people bring up that picture of Jim Henson with the Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
anything like with any sort of connection to Jim Henson is always lauded as like prestige. So there's got to be an Alf head out there standing hard for that fact.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, Alf is in with the Reagans.
Yeah, damn. Fuck Alf, dude.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's evil.
With his $5 Karen haircut.
Ooh, I love Alf.
I bet he's a turf too.
Oh shit.
I can't. You know what? Alf is like one of those things I'm aware exists, but like I haven't seen enough clips of Alf to do an Alf impression.
Admittedly, I know I know absolutely nearly nothing about it beyond like that drug PSA they showed you at like school.
All I know about Alf is that he may or may not eat cats.
I think he does eat cats. I think that's the thing. It's just never. I don't think they would endear you to him if you saw him actually do it. So it's just
damn. I don't fuck with him then. He loves Ronald Reagan and eats cats. Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Nah.
In the reboot, he eats liberals. That's how they get people.
Could you imagine like a tiny like a King of the Hill style like annoying lib shows up on like the Alf show, but he's like 1 foot tall, so like Alf can eat him.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I should get Roseanne in on that.
She can eat him too.
Right, she eats the liberal kids.
Quit hogging the libs, Alf.
That's so awesome. That's so cool. I
feel like that would be a good career boost for her because you could just say that she's playing the role ironically.
She had like a comedy special that was on whatever the name of the Daily Wire streaming service is.
Oh god.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone watched it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone gave a fuck about that because I literally did not hear about it.
These guys like whine about like how like there's no space for conservative media, and then they try it and they realize that they don't want to watch it either.
Yeah, true. They're just not interested. I've been doing more of research of one of my favorite topics.
Yeah.
Recently has been this character named Isaac Young. I mentioned him before.
Friend of the show, Isaac Young.
Friend of the show, Isaac Young. Friend of the show, right? And I'm researching for his articles because I wanted to paint a really good picture about his character, right?
Right.
For a future podcast episode.
Ooh.
And one thing that he kind of pushes that like I see other people of his ilk of his tribe push is to make their own. They got to make their own like Hollywood, you know. They got to make their own like like. You got to make that like the woke has taken over Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, I don't know, Dune, right? They've taken over everything, so they got to like make their new right wing like Lord of the Rings or whatever the fuck, and that's like their mission statement. And it's like a common tactic. You see that with like people making like, here's my anti-woke like superhero comic, and it sucks ass.
I'm just picturing like Lord of the Rings, but it's Gandalf talking to like a bunch of like Mexican dwarves, like you shall not pass. And he just like summons a wall.
You shall not pass. I would imagine the Belrog has like a giant sombrero and like a poncho. And he like he like breaks the bridge and they both fall down. And he's like holding on, fucking Republican Frodo is like looking at. Would he say? He wouldn't say fly you fools. He would say something else, right? Like he'll be like vote you fools or
vote you fools.
That's cool. Yeah. That's really fucking cool. Yeah.
They wouldn't actually make it that funny. That's the thing.
No, that's the thing. Like, no, they wouldn't. I mean, the thing is, like,
they take themselves so seriously.
Yeah, the thing is that I just need the insane ones to be more sincere, because then that's usually like pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't taken the time to read one of Isaac Young's like short stories, but I'm going to eventually. I have been kind of like bookmarking any like new threads he's made, and like seeing like trying to just a deep dive like everything. He liked this one post. I had a video called "Woke is Hydra," and I posted about this on my like private server.
Oh.
But the video is really fucking funny to me. Because there's a certain kind of speech pattern with these guys, like the way they talk about like I guess real world issues, quote unquote. Right. Like they'll start by talking about a work of fiction or a piece of media, and then see, this is why the deep state is bad. It's kind of like the transition they go into.
Yeah.
Because this video, I'm gonna relink it here, but this video called "Woke is Hydra," he talks about the show Agents of Shield, which he was enjoying at the time, and then at the end of the first season, it turns out that like the handsome leading man, cis white hetero character turned out to be evil, typical of Joss Whedon. And and there's like a meme, and you might remember this, but it was like, Wade is Hydra was like a phrase they said at the end, because it turns out that, you know, this Agent of Shield guy is Hydra, right? And people were like memeing it back in the day.
I have on that.
I have vague memories of it. I remember, right? And he was talking about how like it's funny that this show made by liberals is trying to frame Hydra's tactics as fascist when they're obviously liberal tactics, you know. And there's a lot of like, God, you ever heard of the term esoteric or esoteric? You know, when you describe something that's esoteric.
Yeah, Peter Griffin. Yeah. Peter Griffin famously used the word in a hilarious classic Family Guy episode. No, wait, fuck, I'm confusing it with Shallow and Video.
Oh wait, maybe not esoteric. Maybe the word I'm looking for is holistic.
Holistic, yeah, I've heard of such vocabulary.
Let me just fucking refresh my memory. Okay. Holistic means encompassing the whole of a thing and not just the part.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might have heard things be like, it was that one series called Dirk Gently, Holistic Detective. And or have you heard of the concept of a holistic mystery, which refers to like in a regular mystery, there's like clues, right? You have to look for the clues to solve the case, right? In a regular mystery, right? But in a holistic mystery, everything's a clue. Every little thing is a fucking clue, right? It's never like it's never just like things that are just related to the case. No, everything you could think of is related to the case. So it's all part of a big clue, right? So the way these guys talk about like, I don't know, woke, they talk about how the world works is very holistic. So for example, he's all like, okay, so you know Hydra, right? Hydra and Agents of Shield. Hydra is a big dragon with a lot of heads, right? And you know what else is a big dragon? The Leviathan, right? And Thomas Hobbes, he wrote a book about the Leviathan, and for advocating for a sovereign, right? You know, and my buddy over here, he wrote another book, and he introduced a third deep sea creature monster, Cthulhu, and Cthulhu is kind of like the Hydra, right? And he says that like he's not even talking about Agents of Shield at this point, right? I guess Agents of Shield is like a jumping off point, and he never really goes back to talking about Agents of Shield.
Yeah, it's literally just, oh my god, Hydra and liberal show, and then from there, his own little thing.
You ever heard the term like tourist?
Yeah.
Like, it's been used a lot.
I have used
tourist,
fortune, secondary tourist, so on and so forth. Summer kitties, whatever you call them.
He's trying to have summer kitties. Oh god, I don't like that one.
That's the woke version of the thing you more commonly hear people say.
So, but anyway, basically, like he talks about he's trying to quote unquote dissect like why use the word Hydra in Agents of Shield. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, well, Hydra is from the comics, right?
Yeah.
And he's trying to frame it as like, oh, this is just projection by liberals, because really liberals function like a Hydra and not like fascists, right? And like, why do you think like it doesn't make like as a fascist ideology using Hydra doesn't make sense, right? And it's like, well, the Hydra organization from the comics, it's they're for like children, right? Like this is a children's media.
Yeah.
So and the idea is that you want an enemy that's like endless, that'll always be there for you to fight. What's a good symbol for that? Like a Hydra, right? Yeah,
because you cut off one and two more grow.
Yeah, exactly.
There's many limbs of it. I mean, like there was there's old World War II propaganda where fascism is depicted as like a giant like kraken or octopus, right?
Yeah, that's always a go-to
because of the many limbs and stuff. And that's just like it's like easy to do because it just shows you, there's so many places it can reach while still being like the same big presence. Now it's not that hard to understand.
Yeah, and then he goes into the topic of like there's this kind of I don't know how to I'm not even exactly sure how he transitions from one to the other because I'm still kind of confused about it. But then he talks about great man theory, right? Mm-hmm. And how like, history has been dictated by the events of great men,
That's so bullshit.
Yeah, because he wants to like, he's all like, liberals might say that all these like philosophies and whatnot and like, economic and events and all these kind of like bigger movements are like what shaped history. But how do we not know for certain it wasn't like the other way? It
wasn't just like one guy.
Yeah, like one guy, and he's trying to be like, and when I mean great man, I don't mean like a guy who's like morally correct, like fucking Genghis Khan and Alexander.
This is so baby.
This is very baby. You are 100% right in that, my friend. Because he's trying to like the big ending. The way this video ends, it ends kind of in this fan fiction scenario where like Donald Trump, who he doesn't like, he states he doesn't like Donald Trump, but
I don't like him,
but he might be the great man we need in history, because he's there to like tackle one half of the Hydra, right? and who's on the other side to tackle the other side of the Hydra? Who's another great man in history who's gonna do that for us?
Rush Limbaugh,
Elon Musk, right? So Elon Musk and Donald Trump, there are current great men who are tackling the Hydra from both sides, and
great men who we hate apparently.
Yeah, he's not 100% down on either of them, but he does believe they're like the chosen one, I guess, or something like that.
What is this half allegiance? Yeah, I don't like him, but I do think he is going to change history.
I think he just hates liberals more than he like dislikes them.
Yeah, that's probably
because obviously they're better. Because he does not consider that maybe the so-called Hydra he's describing. Yeah. Donald Trump is just another part of that Hydra, dude. Like, he's not this outlier, dude. He's like this perfect product of this system. It's the system
working as it's intended.
Right, exactly. So, and he's like, you might be like, could these great men handle the Hydra? Well, if you know anything about his mythology, you would know who destroyed the original Hydra. It was one man. Hercules. Good night, everybody. And this is very baby, and I mean like by holistic things are just connected because why not? Donald Trump is a man, so is Elon Musk, and I guess they're great men in history because we hear about them constantly. He's never once considered that maybe when maybe this is a great man title as someone you give to someone like post their whole like lifetime, like post after that we have seen the ramifications of what they've done. You can't just give that title to anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
It feels a bit premature to like call somebody within within like their sphere of like change, I guess, a great man or whatever the fuck label you want to attribute. to them, I guess.
What is his belief here? Like, because he says he believes this. Is it belief that he's like ultimately just waiting for Daddy to come and save us, right? Like that. Like
what does he realistically expect? Like what is Donald Trump going to do with like 4 years of the presidency?
He doesn't know, because he's like, you know, he gives no fucking details in his video, really. You know, he doesn't say anything like actually like policy wise or like in our own fucking physical world, you know. It's funny how he has this whole thing about like, oh, you know, with modern liberals, you know, they would oppose the idea of the great man. You know, it's not popular in current day. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about? The video started with you talking about a superhero property. People still like superheroes. What's like the biggest superheroes are like this kind of like commodification of the great man, dude.
Yeah, essentially, because it's like that fantasy,
truly the greatest man.
It's the fantasy of like one individual being able to stop like catastrophic things.
Right, exactly. Like,
we fucking love
come on, dude.
Shit.
Yeah. People eat that shit up, but why is he acting like it's unpopular? And I guess there's like another side effect of being like in a bubble, you know, right? Like, what's that one? There was like a piece of there was like a tweet I saw, or it was like a Tumblr screenshot where it's like, in some certain like insular queer communities, like people are so normalized by ideas that aren't normalized in society, they like will just start to spout off like things like to be kind of like counter. They'll spat out things that are like already socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Right? Because like it could be like and you're in this like queer bubble, and you could be like, guys, you know, just a reminder, there's nothing wrong with being in a straight relationship, right? And it's like, yeah, no one is gonna argue with you against that in the real fucking world, dude. No one's, outside of like online spaces, no one's gonna fucking argue with you against that, right? So these kind of like right wingers have that kind of problem too, where like they're all like, oh yeah, you know, oh man, when was the last time they made a movie with a straight white guy as main character, dude? Everyone's black, and it's like, dude, like Deadpool 3 is coming out. Like
the online conservative is really funny because like they've just kind of ruined everything for themselves. Like,
yeah,
they've ruined football for themselves. Like, apparently, like that's like gay or something.
Yeah.
Southern tomboys are gay, I guess.
Yeah.
There was like this video like 2 months ago where like some girl with like a t-shirt where like the font is like made out of guns or whatever is on her shirt. She's helping her pa build a shed. She's fisting a catfish. And then like you see like people be like, if you talk like this, you're basically a boy. And this is Joe Biden's mind virus working itself into your thoughts. And I'm like,
I think I remember that. Like the point was that she was really into the idea of construction, and that ruffled the other guy's feathers.
Like literally, like this is the type of person they would have like lost their shit over in like a good way, like 5 years ago. But they've poisoned the water hole for themselves.
Yeah, I'm into that.
They can't enjoy
a girlfriend that builds things
anything.
with me.
Can like, here's another thing too that like, you know, talking about becoming so insular.
Yeah.
So my fellow my guy, my boy,
right.
Isaac Young, right?
Oh.
He talks about in his articles and on Twitter, I see talking about how like it's tough to like meet women, you know, like or people of the opposite sex, right? But he has not considered that maybe. And by the way, back when like a couple weeks ago when they announced that in fucking Warhammer, it's like, oh yeah, this group of like guys, like yeah, there's been like women in there, you know, and everyone lost their fucking minds. Like,
how
can you do
Warhammer
this to
40K. There's like a class within the Imperial characters where it's like, oh yeah, there are women in this particular ranking, and people are like, no there isn't, what are you talking about? And it's like,
oh my gosh,
they just said it is. Yeah. What do you want, man?
and then people, they'll list off like, oh, there's already like groups like filled with women, and like, so what? Like, dude, it's like, it doesn't hurt you. And you know what, I'll say this, I don't know much about fucking Warhammer, but I always got the impression that like isn't it like D&D where you can just pretend? Like,
Yeah,
can you just
it's a
pretend?
tabletop game with miniatures.
Yeah, dude. Can you just pretend
Hero clicks before they need hero clicks.
the little plastic guys? Can you just all pretend they're men? Easy, boom, there you go. Like problem solved. Like that's my problem with like cause I think they did something similar happened in D&D lore where they're all like, they changed something,
Oh, that's been
or like they
happening.
took away the concept of evil races and people got mad, right? And it's like, well, you can just still pretend they're evil while you play, you know?
Yeah,
right?
It's literally all up to you.
Yeah, like what is this like, dude? Do you know that all of this stuff started with just people making it up in their garage, dude? Like
I'm pretty sure they were like really young when they made D&D too. Like
DMD was like DMD is crazy because it originated from like people doing like war reenactment stuff, kind of like their
Civil
own
War stuff.
Yeah, and then they're like, what if like like we could fight monsters in this?
So what if we did this with like Lord of the Rings type shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that became kind of like, I guess I forget the word for like their version of mods or like their own like little like the changes to the games, and then that became D&D, right? And I bet Warhammer has a similar story too, because it kind of functions very similarly. I mean, they're both tabletop games, you know, and yeah, can you just pretend they're all men? And here's another thing: there's this whole like shitty like cheesy woke rant. This is my woke rant hour. And here's another thing: it's do you not see how hard you're shooting yourself in the foot when you like when it's like when the companies or the people organizing the thing want there is actually very important. It's actually very crucial you try to make these social events as diverse as possible, because you know what that means. That means there could be more girls there, and your potential dating pool gets bigger. You know, I know there was like some sort of like there was some sort of contentious kind of debate where it's all. I saw someone tweet out saying like, I'm tired of all these men who just go to like who go to like shows just to pick up like women, you know. And it's like, well, you could pick up women anywhere, right? Like it's not like
theoretically they could just do whatever. Like,
they could do whatever the fuck you want if you paid to get in. I mean, except for like harassing, as long as like you're not harassing someone, you know, that's the fucking line, right?
It's an interesting thing to bring up because there's like this there are like this contingency of like type of nerd that wish like that don't want women in like these sorts of spaces, and I kind of wonder if that kind of stems from like that old misogynist like point of view where it's like you just don't want like you want like a wife just so she can do like the cooking and the cleaning and shit.
Yeah, you kind of like
you don't engage with her on like anything she likes or whatever. It's just
I think you got it. I think you got it on the fucking money there, my friend.
Yeah,
where
it feels like it's related. They're related.
When you want a like, you know, like if you get one of these guys, you ask them, do you want a girlfriend that you could treat as your equal? Because they say no, then it makes sense why they throw a shit fit and like don't want women in their little fucking
in their spaces,
in the little like, you know, fun time, imaginary playtime type shit, you know.
Yeah,
that makes sense then, you know. Oh, they obviously want to shoot themselves in the foot. Damn it, they voted for the shoot themselves for the foot party, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you want more women in these spaces, you want, you know, be able to like date more women. I mean, your main priority in like playing Warhammer probably shouldn't be to like fucking date people, but you know,
yeah,
that's how people sometimes link the fuck up. You know, you hear stories about like nerd couples that are still together. Like, how did they meet each other for like nerdy shit? You ever heard of fucking?
We met each other through our World of Warcraft guild.
Yeah. You ever heard of fucking ElfQuest? You know anything about fucking ElfQuest?
What do you know about elves, dude?
What do you know about ElfQuest? Yeah, what do you know about elves, bro? but ElfQuest, you know, it's a comic, been around since forever. It's a legendary comic. The woman
way of putting it.
Legendary folks, ElfQuest, legendary comic. Not better than my comics, folks, but they're pretty good.
Better have forever.
Better have forever. We love ElfQuest, folks. But basically, the ElfQuest, one of the creator is a woman, and she met her husband. Do you know how they fucking met? They met for the fucking like little like fan mail sections in like Marvel comics in the back.
Oh my god!
You know,
that's really fucking adorable.
Yeah, that's so fucking like nerdy because it's like, oh yeah, they're fucking like trading pictures of the Inhumans.
Oh, yeah. Oh
And
my
that's
God.
yeah, that's cute and whatnot, and like this guy was probably a normal guy who wasn't like a nerd who he was a nerd obviously, but he wasn't like the nerd that's like women get out, women get out of here, right?
Yeah.
You want more women in these spaces, like and it goes to show that having more diversity in your shit does bring more fucking women into the thing. Then it could
It's
be like
nice
the little
when
things,
people of all like races, creeds, sexualities can come together and share interest in a thing. I think that's cool. Like
that is very
I
fucking
genuinely
cool.
don't get gatekeeping in general. Like who cares if why would you hate people for liking a thing that you also like? Like you don't have you don't have to interact if you don't want to. And also you should it's just like a human thing to like bond with people over stuff that you have similar thoughts or opinions about. It just I don't know, it makes sense.
Right, exactly. I know that like a lot of these guys would say things like, oh well, women come in and they change everything and it doesn't even remember the original thing, and it's like how when has that ever fucking happened, dude?
Yeah.
Like for fucking real. It's like what? Like Star Wars? Dude, Star Wars was already cooked, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
That shit was cooked before like
cooked from inception.
Before like any POCs showed up, dude. Like the original creator, he cooked it itself. Like
he cooked it himself and then he sold it to like
they were publishing comic books with space bunny rabbits.
He sold it to what is basically an IP farm. So if anything, don't blame women or minorities or blame fucking like fucking capitalism and greed for ruining your thing.
That guy should blame himself for making it profitable enough for Disney to consider purchasing.
Yeah, I don't even. It's not even like Disney wanting to add women and black characters to Star Wars isn't like a reason why it's bad in the first place, anyways.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like they never consider that like they'll never be like, oh, this movie sucks because like we're following a straight white guy. Actually, sometimes some movies do suck if we follow a straight white guy. Unless the straight white guy is fucking crazy, then me. I love me a crazy.
We
white
love
guy.
a crazy white.
We love crazy white boys.
Quirked up white boy.
When white boys go insane, oof, that's my favorite kind of movie. Yeah. That being said, though, I think we could make a couple of women go insane. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
I think that's fucking okay.
Wasn't that the plot of Promising Young Women or Woman, or am I forgetting?
Promising Young Woman was fucking, I forget, it came out a couple years ago, and I guess she went crazy. I have a huge take about that movie.
There should be a female version of The Mask.
Oh, where she goes crazy. Awesome. I love that Mask movie.
Oh, they should stop me. Somebody suck my tits.
I'm a woman. It's kind of like a incel. People are really big on femcels nowadays.
Okay,
just do that movie, but with female.
So a femcel, she puts on the mask and she's like super horny and she's fucking like
a man.
Ooh, a man, a real man.
Ooh, I love that man.
What a hunk. That's awesome. We used to be a country. We used to be a country. Cartoon characters could get horny. Not anymore. Now they're woke. Yeah,
now it's cool.
I had this thought in my head like a week ago.
If you make a character go horny, people say DNI.
I wish I saw like a tweet going online somewhere where it'd be like, tweet if cartoon characters were real, and I would just quote tweet that with like, it's really fucking crazy how Pepe Le Pew got canceled when fucking Glenn Quagmire still walks the fucking streets. Glenn Quagmire raped Marge Simpson. Glenn Quagmire raped Marge Simpson. I just do that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yo, someone stop this fucking freak.
Yeah, justice for Pepe, that's all I'll say.
Pepe just fucking deserve better, man. Why do people fucking say Pepe is bad? He learns his lesson at the end, dude. Like, it's a fucking cartoon.
You guys don't understand Pepe and the kitty cat's relationship. They're role playing. You're just too immature to be able to handle two people in love.
French is a beautiful culture. This is how they make love.
Maybe that could be a comic where like Pepe is chasing the cat, and then a third Looney Tunes character comes like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why the fuck do you keep doing that?" And the cat's like, "No, this is us role playing. Like, yeah, that's how we're in it. It's like it's consensual." He's like, "Oh, okay," and they keep doing it, and then he's all like, "Maybe just don't do this in public."
Do you have to do it while I'm eating my fucking baguette, yo?
You have to do it while eating my carrots, Doc.
Jeez, fucking straight people. I mean, do you have to be in my fucking face about it?
You've been seeing these foghorn edits. They've been pretty good.
They've been pretty fucking good.
I want to do one with the main character of Bakemonogatari where Foghorn is like, I say, isn't she a little too young for you? Don't you have a girlfriend literally your age? Boy, look at me when I'm talking.
Boy, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That's a trick question, boy.
You're tripping all over yourself.
He's slapping him around. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You, son.
I want to do one, but I can't. I need to think of like the perfect scenario where that can like happen.
Yeah, it's a specific type of like country fried like type of joke that I'm not that in tune with. Foghorn Leghorn I like, but he's never been like. He's probably like a middle of the road Looney Tunes character for me.
Oh,
that being said, these memes are pretty funny. I like the one with Vegeta a lot.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty good.
That's why they call you a Saiyan. I'll talk nothing else.
That one is pretty awesome. I fucking love that one.
It's really fucking good.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is pretty fucking good. Yeah, good meme. Good meme of the week.
Good meme. I was really surprised at how quickly that shit blew up.
I remember seeing like one edit of that like a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Nagatora, whatever it's called.
Nagatora. Apparently that shit ended, but they're gonna like do it again. But it's like,
why?
I don't know. Like,
did they end up? They ended up together, right? That's
I guess so. But I guess they're gonna like do it where it's all like, we're wed to we're married to be wed or something, Nagatora, and I guess it'll probably just be like them in their premarital strifes.
Instead of being teased by just some girl, he's being teased by his girlfriend. That's not as exciting.
I'm being teased by my wife. No.
I love that. I love that picture of like her and then like Eddie from Ed and Eddie. That guy's really good at drawing faces. That being said, I don't really give a shit about the comic. Sorry, Tectonic Improv. I know you're listening. You little creep.
Yes, sorry, Tech. Freak. Maybe we should get him on so he can defend
Nagatora's honor. Defending a woman he ain't with.
I said, boy, why are you defending this female you ain't with? What you got?
Why are you defending this female if she ain't with you? What's there to gain, boy?
Now, pick yourself up, boy. You're tripping on yourself.
You're slobbing all over yourself.
I love the constantly like him pushing and like tripping.
I like the slapping. It's like the big thing. Yeah. Oh.
All like Looney Tunes funny comes
pretty fucking funny.
I'm always shocked to hear about Warner Bros.' woes because it's like, how could you not have just coasted on Looney Tunes for the past 30 years to not go bankrupt?
I mean, the past 30 years, like, where have they been really? Like, they're like...
There was that show.
There was that show,
HBO
I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like...
By the Uncle Grandpa guy, yeah.
With like streaming and stuff, it's like really hard for like anything to be relevant unless it's like weekly and people like have like a narrative to talk about it with.
Are people are they gonna drop that animated movie the day the Earth blew up or something? I
Oh
thought that was
fuck!
gonna come out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out in July, and it's coming to theaters. It's
Mhm.
like going to be like the first 2D animated movie in theaters.
That was really
And, like,
surprising.
fucking forever.
Got to see that, and I've got to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
July is going to be my movie month.
I wish they would like squash huge jacked man with CG.
They
They
make them
should.
tiny.
I really do
Yeah.
not like. I never actually watched the X-Men films growing up, so I have no real attachment to him. Like I
Mhm.
watched a little bit of the cartoon growing up, but I never watched the movies. So seeing like this 6 foot tall guy with like a lean build be Wolverine was always kind of disgusted me.
I've seen the movie. I think I've seen the majority of them, but I don't have too much memory of them.
Yeah.
You know.
I
But
only remember seeing like the stupid clips of like X3 online.
Yeah.
What happens
but
when a toad gets struck with lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
okay, that happens in X1.
Oh fuck!
First of all.
Oh
First of all.
fuck! Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, that was X-Men.
Oh.
That was nothing about the X-Men. I think one thing that bothered me was when they introduced Nightcrawler in the second movie, and then he doesn't show up ever again
Fuck.
until the reboot. But that was the thing I didn't like. I didn't like how they constantly rotated out characters, and like it was too Wolverine focused. You know,
Yeah.
This is
Right.
the cool one. We love Wolverine.
he is
We do
the
love
X-Man.
Wolverine.
He's the X-Man. He can cross his fingers, and he has like a triple X kind of thing going on.
If you focus tested like everyone in my age group back when the cartoon was still like fresh in everyone's minds, it was going to be either Cyclops or Wolverine.
Mm.
I still need to watch.
And which one
the
had a solo
fucking-
comic? Wolverine.
I need to watch the continuation. Everybody's been
Oh,
saying how
it's-
good it is.
Oh, it's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I've been
Shockingly
keeping up
good.
with it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, every episode feels like an event, you know, like
Nah.
not to spoil too much, but it's like, oh yeah, the fucking insurrection. And then the next episode, 9/11. Right? Like yeah, that happens like a lot.
It also
Yeah.
keeps the overall like feel of the original series intact. Like it's
Mhm.
almost as if you're back in 1997 watching it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty.
But like they have
fucking cool.
better film quality, so the lines are more consistently like there.
Is it
The
is
animation
it
isn't as broken.
it's more violent too, I would say, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously it's trying to skew a bit older. You know, it's trying to
Mhm.
get that audience that watched the original and just in
Mhm.
general action fans of cartoons. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
Right. And I think I think it's doing a pretty good job. It's really nice, like not yeah, it's really nice when like my partner doesn't know something and I look and I'll be like, yeah, that's Dingus.
Yeah.
That's Dingus Blow Bingus. He was very
They're all
important in the
like-
90s.
Wow.
That's
this guy is
Dongle.
Morph. He knows everybody.
It's cool to like be that guy who could like cross your arms and be like, "Yeah, it's Flingus."
Yeah, that's Flingus. He was introduced in the 60s, but like, you know, he was brought back in the 90s. He died during the crisis.
That was me when the Teen Titans cartoon was new, and I would point to Slade and tell my siblings, "Yeah, he's not really like that. That's a different guy."
Yeah, nah. You couldn't say the word deaf in a cartoon. You couldn't have that be some guy's name, you know.
Yeah.
Damn. Speaking of like censored stuff and Marvel cartoons, at work,
Yeah.
I work at this arcade and we have like a bunch of these TVs where you can just kind of play with whatever we want. My boss does have the things he wants us to play, like mostly like sports highlights or like just like music. One thing that I don't like, my coworkers do this, nothing against my coworkers, I love them to death, but one very annoying thing is that they have, because like we have a TV in the back that we play just music off of, right? And I just put the radio on, right?
Mhm.
And then we have a TV in the front, and we're supposed to have music there too. And I usually just put like I put Cassiopeia on, you know, the fucking jazz
Yeah.
fusion Japanese band, right?
YouTube core music, yes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very YouTube core that way. So I play it in the front and I play the typical radio hits in the back, right? And I think there's a good balance of I never play it too loud that you can't hear one or the other, you know.
Yeah.
And then we have a third TV, and I just kind of play like there's like this looping video that we can just put on and it just loops, right?
Yeah.
But my coworker and my boss sometimes he does this where he'll play music on all three TVs and he'll play them super loud, and I feel like I'm losing my mind because it's like one is playing like 80s hits while the other one's like current pop, and then it's like the other TV is playing another current pop, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. I cannot hear the customers. My coworker says he has like a hearing problem. Yeah, fucking bet. My coworker has like a hearing problem, so he can't really tell if music is super loud, right? But yeah, nah. But when it's a slow day and my boss is not there, I just play like on YouTube. You could find a lot of these people do like compilations, like 2 to like 8 hour long compilations of just like TV shows with their commercials. Yeah, there's like a Toonami one that's pretty good. I've been through the whole Toonami though. I played all of it. I played every part too, and all the other smaller ones. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm out of Toonami to play the background, right? But I found like a one that was like a compilation of all those like 60s Marvel cartoons.
Oh fuck, I love those with the goofy ass theme songs.
Oh yeah, those are great. The theme songs are awesome. They were cooking. Them. Yeah, they were cooking.
Dark Bruce Banner melted like Gamma rays, turns into the Hulk. 80 and Glamour rays.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, none of us will yield. It's fucking awesome. They were cooking. Cool. Yeah. They were cooking with those. That being said,
it almost makes watching literal traced Jack Kirby drawings worth it.
That's great. I know that in the I Am Jack. Oh wait, no, in the not I Am. It's just called Jack Kirby. The Jack Kirby book. He talks about like he fucking hates those cartoons because he didn't get.
I'm sure he would. Yeah,
he got no money off of them. Like they were obviously using his fucking art, and he had no fucking money. Like nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, what's interesting is that like the way they censor things in the cartoon, and I'm not talking about like kind of like violence too much, but I'm talking about like, for example, like when they go into the Captain America segments, they talk about the origin stories of the Red Skull, and the Red Skull, like the original origin story is like Hitler was like, oh, I'm so evil, and I bet I could turn any man into a perfect evil image of myself. So he picks a random bellhop boy, and he's like, I'm gonna train this guy to be super fucking evil, and then he makes him into the Red Skull after years of training, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And so that was like the original origin. I'm pretty sure it's been retconned or there's been other details added to it, right?
Yeah.
And in these cartoons, it's literally that beat for beat. But the one detail is that they never call him Hitler. And he doesn't look like Hitler. He doesn't have a Hitler mustache. Actually, they never specify what war they're in too. Yeah. Right?
It's just have you ever looked at like the Captain America from or maybe it's not Captain America specifically, but like the 90s era of like Marvel cartoons, they have like Hitler show up, but he's in like no, I might be thinking of Captain Planet.
Yeah, but Captain Planet, he has a Fu Manchu.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I fucking love Fu Manchu Hitler. It's really funny.
Do they call him Hitler, or it's like, oh, we're supposed to know who that is?
I don't actually remember. I think it varies depending on like what's on cable and what's on like network. Like for example, Hey Arnold of all shows, like I think literally name drops Hitler. Like Arnold's like granddad punched him or something.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty sick. But yeah, Hitler is not in this like Captain America story. We're not specifying which war it is either.
Yep.
You know? And that's very like interesting choice of like fucking like censorship, you know?
Yeah.
Another thing that was kind of interesting was that there's like an episode where they where it's like Namor has to fight Doctor Doom, and he involved in the battle is a group called the Allies of Peace. And you might be wondering, who the fuck are the Allies of Peace, right? Well, they're the fucking X-Men. but they're not called the X-Men. They're just called the Allies of Peace, and it's literally just like, the art from the X-Men comic. And yeah, it's like, I don't know why they don't call them the fucking X-Men. And also, they never mention anything about the Fantastic Four, right? So I don't know what the deal was. I wonder if, because I know there was probably a Fantastic Four cartoon also being made, but maybe there was some sort of rights issue where it's like, oh, if we're gonna make the Fantastic Four cartoon, you can't mention it in that other fucking cartoon, right?
It might just be like different standards, because I think the Fantastic Four cartoon is more is like more in line with being like a contemporary of that old Spider-Man cartoon, whereas like, those Jack Kirby traces, those
characters,
are their own different thing.
I've been I gotta like find like some fucking good like downloads of all those videos, because I wanted to binge through all of them and just like clip a bunch of like really good moments of like like animation errors, or like how they like cheaply like animated stuff. I find all that shit kind of like fascinating.
Yeah.
And I think
that'd be a good YouTube video for yourself, I guess.
Yeah, it would be. I think also like I think it'd be a pretty good like thing to kind of deep dive if people want to like understand how to make animation more quicker. Because like back then it's like, oh, we're just doing this because it's like, faster, but now it's like this quirky kind of like, like gimmick, and it's so funny when you like see it happen. I wish I had fucking some examples lined up.
Yeah, just like little things like having like a character's arm like slide into frame, as opposed to like
there's a lot of like just like moving a character. There's a lot of like that you'll be surprised how often
that, like
having the character in the POV, not the one who's talking, and then the character that is on screen, they just have like 3 frames that's a blink.
There's a lot of cheats that like people find like cheap now, but like that was just animation. That was just television animation for the longest time. For like from like anime in the 90s to like all of our action cartoons to like the 60s stuff. That's just kind of in Hanna-Barbera stuff, and of course everything Williams Street did for like Adult Swim. Like it's just a common make sense. It's a common perfect sense thing to do when you don't have a lot of money. Is to just take
like you mentioned Hanna-Barbera with their famous infinite walking animation plus background.
Yeah, little things like that.
I'm a big
we passed
fan.
That window 4 times already.
I love the moment in these Marvel cartoons. There's a lot of like characters jumping out of windows and just like crashing for them. Like it happens so fucking often. There's like one part where it's like Captain America goes like, I gotta go help Bucky. I gotta go help Bucky, and he fucking just crashes through the window. There's this like animation of like Captain America spinning that they love to reuse every time Captain America's like fucking cornered and there's like 5 guys on him. He does this like spin star attack. It's really fucking awesome. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of me. I'm a sucker for like old school kind of like villains and whatnot. There's a lot of really great moments of like villains like talking and monologuing and fucking like being like
monologuing, pointing at the screen, talking to their second in commands like, shut up, Doom does what he does.
Right, exactly. There's this one guy, some sort of Iron Man villain named Jack Frost, is all like, this is the suit I'll use to get my revenge on Tony Stark. It's awesome. We don't have that no more. Villains don't want revenge no more.
There's no camp. There's always no just camp. Like my daughter's dying, or like
my daughter. My daughter. Oh.
I'm doing this for the greater good. Like, no, like, let's just get like a little gay guy and put him on a
he better find a gay guy in the next movie.
Just find a gay guy and put him on a glider.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Willem Dafoe knows all about playing gay guys. All right, that guy had played some real fucking homosexuals in his lifetime, so he knows. That's the problem. They don't hire guys who have like. They don't hire like gay motherfuckers to be villain no more. I have argued about this before. We got to bring like the gay coded villain back because it's like now the homophobes have a safe way to hate gays, and now the gays have more representation and usually the better songs. You know,
it would do wonders for the discourse as well, because when you're in an internet argument and someone like hits you with you Jafar motherfucker, everyone will just jump in and be like, "We love Jafar, dude. What are you talking about?
We claim Jafar. Get the fuck out of here. This is Jafar town."
What's that one meme? What's that one thing where it's like you post like a woman owns you and then you post a picture which is like, this is you. It's like a picture of Ursula. Someone quote tweets it with saying like, these guys will literally post the hottest women in the world to own you. It's fucking awesome. We need more of that. You know, I was trying to coin a term for like, because I made a tweet about this talking about the way like costumes look in the MCU and like in other superhero movies. This is a problem too.
They got fucking pleating on Thor.
That specific style. It's like some weird kind of like, it's just like trying to like make like a superhero costume more tactical, you know, like a bulletproof vest or body armor, you know. And it's so like I don't know, go like,
let's be honest with ourselves. This shit is fucking stupid.
It is fucking stupid because like, look at like, it's crazy how like characters like, this is never a problem for super popular characters. Because Spider-Man just looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah, if you wanted to be like a skeptic, if Spider-Man was like some D-tier character, they would change his ass up because it'd be like red, blue. Those aren't colors of a spider. What even is that? You know, like
right, exactly. But it's never a fucking problem. It's never a fucking problem for Spider-Man or like Batman. They're just allowed to because they're just that popular, right?
Yeah,
and but like for all the other characters, like no, they have to like really fucking like, you know. I've been thinking of a term maybe like flaccid toku. I don't know, sterile camp. You know, fucking tactical camp. I don't even want to say tactical like camp because that like I bet you could see some drag queens in some really good like military attire, like like really really like queering it up there. You know, so I don't like the word tactical camp. You know. But it's like something like, I don't know, it's like something different, you know. It's not the same like it's not like Zack Snyder, who in my opinion does do camp, but he's like found out a way to make it straight, you know.
Yeah, it's camp for straight guys.
Yeah, it's like camp for straight guys, but it's still kind of like gay, like, you know, like 300, like, you know, that's like camp for a straight man, but like, you know, it's still kind of gay, you know.
Yeah, he's putting a sepia filter on it, but it's still camp in some regard.
It's still camp, you know, right? And like that's a big thing, kind of like lacking, you know. And these costumes, like they were not cooking, like, and I've talked about it a bajillion times, and I really fucking hate the Ant-Man costume. Why does it look like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so. It's so fucking annoying, you know.
It truly is.
Yeah, and once again, Cheesymanfredo complains about children cartoon character outfits for the bajillion time.
Yeah.
Someone out there is updating the wiki right now.
Maybe in like 10 years, when like everybody decides to catch up to Spider-Verse, maybe we'll enter a great colorful costume era. But I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait.
Dude, if there better not be another 9/11, because you know that's going to set everything back. You know, that's the annoying thing. Worst thing about 9/11. Not having another 9/11. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We're gonna have another 9/11.
We're gonna have another 9/11. It's gonna be the sequel. It's gonna be very.
The outcome of the election will like fast track it. I don't know who wins, but like somebody will crash into. Somebody will crash
something into something, and I'm
just saying.
No, guys. We're just joking. We're not making any serious threats here. I hope not. It's gonna ruin superhero costumes.
A little birdie has told me that something might happen on inauguration day.
That's awesome. That's so cool. God, I hate this country. I fucking hate it here. And you know what else I hate? I just saw Late Night with the Devil. Have you guys seen this movie?
No.
I've seen clips of it.
It was it got a controversy when it came out because there was
it's that AI thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they used a couple of AI images in the movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it in theaters, but it was on streaming, and I was like, oh, might as well. I'm already paying for the service. Might as well check it out. And I just gotta say this: the AI was probably like the red flag, to be honest.
No.
Because this movie, like from the trailers, you get the idea that like, oh, this is like the premise is like this is a recording from a talk show from the 70s where like, ooh, spooky demonic shit happened live on stage, and they got a recording of it. No one's ever seen it before, right?
Right.
So it's like a found footage talk show kind of thing. And people were pretty excited. It looked neat. I was like excited. I was like, oh, this looks kind of interesting, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I heard about the AI thing, and I'm like, oh well, I don't want to support that. I know a lot of people pirated it. I just saw it on streaming because it was just there. Because fuck.
Yeah, well,
right?
if you already own the streaming service, it's not gonna. I don't think realistically, like one click is going to do anything.
Whatever, And I don't know. Do you guys? How much do you guys care about spoilers for?
I do not give.
Oh, I love spoilers.
Yeah,
I'm entering every conversation saying,
just
spoil me, please.
Put it in my maw.
Oh, you would love me for me to spoil you, little piggy. Come here and get your spoil.
Yeah, the spoilers hit me in the face, and I'm just like, wee.
Yeah.
I love spoilers.
I'm Spongy Michael, and I love spoilers.
I'm Spongy Mike, and I love spoils. Spoil me. Treat me like the little piggy princess I am.
I didn't have good parents.
I didn't have good parents, so now I go on movie forums and I look up spoilers.
And I read Wikipedia pages of movies that I'm gonna go see later. Okay, but anyway, a friend of the show, she's got like many handles. I don't know which one to pick, but whatever. A buddy of mine did like a Letterboxd review that I think put it pretty well. Like, what was the problem with this movie? And a big problem was that the movie could not decide what it wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was trying to be three different things. Because the movie literally starts off like a documentary. So you're thinking like, oh, then the whole thing's going to be like in a documentary style. Or like this is just like the intro to what they're going to show us, right? And when we get into like the actual talk show segment, actually, before we talk about that, there's like too much fucking lore. Like at the beginning, they give you so much stuff that you could probably guess what the twist is. Yeah. Right? Because in my head,
people love to do like the storybook opening to things now. I know it is.
Yeah, and I think it's just so kind of annoying. It's like the really fucking like it's like if they didn't have the lore up front in the movie, then you would have seen a bunch of YouTube videos being like the secret story in Late Night with the Devil. Like, oh, what was secretly going on that the movie didn't tell you, right? Which to be honest is more preferable, because like then that's people engaging with your movie, that's like people like looking at things in your fucking movie, right?
Right.
But they don't leave no stone unturned. They give you a bunch of shit about like, oh, this late night talk show guy was like pretty good. Did you know that he was involved in Bohemian Grove? Bohemian Grove is where they do a bunch of like sacrifices and satanic rituals. Oh, his wife was like dying of lung cancer. Oh, and then she died. Oh, and then it's like, oh, you probably guess where the fuck where this is going, and I was thinking at the time, like I'm like that twist feels too obvious. I bet that was like a red herring. I bet there's like another twist that's gonna happen, and it doesn't,
she's just at Bohemian Grove.
He was basically like when he was at Bohemian Grove, he sacrificed his wife so his late night talk show could have really good ratings. That was the big twist.
Wow.
That's the big twist.
Yeah, basically.
It's fucking nothing.
They made a whole movie for that?
If I gave Huey gift, I expected nothing and I'm still disappointed.
Basically, right? And what sucks is that like during the talk show segments, when they go to commercial break, they do this like black and white camera. But what's so annoying, and here's the thing that bothered me so much, why did they use digital cameras for something that was supposed to take place in the 70s, right? Like this is
Yeah.
obviously like digital cameras. Like they did not. They should have slapped more fucking filters on the thing, right? Because I think it had like one filter to make it seem like it was in the 70s. But like, no, slap a couple more, dude. Like degrade the footage a little, you know?
Yeah, they just didn't clearly have the know-how. They didn't want to work with old cameras, of course. Cause,
okay, well,
like
yeah.
But then they don't care enough to like make it enhance it digitally to look like what they're trying to make it look
Dude,
like.
you're so fucking spot on with what you just said, because I looked into it and they said they were tempted to use older cameras, but that like sound stage they were filming on, they only had that for 20 days. So they're all like, okay, we could work faster with digital. And you're right. You can work faster with digital, right? But if that's the case, you got to like then work extra harder to convince people this is during the fucking 70s. Because like what
to do a good job and give a fuck to
and you know what?
something.
I probably would have let the digital camera slide, but there was another
as long as you were like fooled enough, you know.
But there was another thing that really annoyed me was that they fucking like the camera angles they decided to use are like camera angles that no talk show in the 70s would have done. You know, there was no way they could have caught these angles at all.
That's so lame. That's like I guarantee like whoever was like in charge of like the script or direction was kind of just like they probably like saw like one or two clips and they were like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. And then they just did no other research beyond that. That's what it sounds like.
This is like one of those movies where I'm pretty sure while making it, they're all like, oh, people are just going to like it because the premise sounds cool. And the premise does sound cool, but like they fumbled it. Like it was not a good execution of that premise. There's like other movies that do the job way better. And I'll talk about those movies in just 1 second. But like, God, yeah, I was so bothered by just like, I know for a fact a camera in the 70s would not have been able to get these angles. Or if they were, they like to get like
certainly weren't doing it.
Yeah, like to get kind of like there was a bunch of like zoom ins that I thought like, okay, a camera in the 70s wouldn't have done, they would have not done a zoom in like that. And also there was like so much fucking like CGI in this movie. Like for like, oh, there was like this guy spit out like black like demon vomit, right? And it was like CGI vomit. And I'm like, dude, you could have done practical. Actually, it would have been fine if you'd done practical.
How do you CGI vomit even?
I mean, you CGI it.
Do you CGI anything?
Yeah, you see, yeah. You never seen
It
like
just seems
CGI
like a lot
liquid?
of unnecessary effort for low gains. Everyone's always complaining about fluid simulation, and then you try to simulate like the hardest to get right.
It's not
fluid.
Well, it's like black fluid, so you know there's a lot of wiggle room. I feel, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Right, and you know, fucking yeah, like why not? I think what it was they probably wanted CGI vomit because they would have to clean up the real vomit.
Yeah,
and
they only got 20
oh,
days to like film a thing. I guess.
Yeah, like in that case, then I would have like really like fucking like all the things I would have wanted them to change would have then require them to overhaul the script a lot. Because there's like so many things that I thought were like, oh my god, like really made me roll my fucking eyes. Everything to do with the possessed girl was so like cliche, and like because we all know that all movies about like possessed girls are just derivatives of the original Exorcist, right?
Yeah.
Well, this movie was just trying not to be like really unique. I think there's one moment that I thought, oh, that was pretty neat, but like I don't know, it just didn't work. And I think what kind of sucks is that like there was like such this use of like kind of like regular movie cinematography that the like kind of the third half of the movie just becomes a movie. Like it's just like a straightforward movie. Like they dropped the documentary aspect, they dropped like the found film aspect, and it's just a movie now. It just becomes a fucking
They're just
movie.
like, fuck it, you're in, you're gonna watch the rest of this, you little fucking pigs.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so like it was just so uninteresting, you know. It was just not good. It was like whatever. There's other movies that done it like way fucking better, you know. And it's a shame. It's like annoying that like I mean the AI should have just been the red flag, you know. Like oh these people aren't trying that hard to be authentic, so that's why they decided to use AI, you know. And it's frustrating because I think all the actors did a good job. I think the possessed girl like looked fucking creepy. I think she was scarier when she wasn't possessed. When she became possessed, it was like I rolled my fucking eyes. But when she was like not possessed, like it was so like like, oh wow, like ooh, like oh my god, like oh she's so scary looking, right? Like just by herself, she didn't need anything, you know.
Yeah,
So the casting director was cooking, but the actual director had no idea what to do with that.
You know, and I'll say this, like this is my little pet peeve. This is my little like I hate these type of characters in this movie because I feel like they're making fun of people like me, you know. But there's like a skeptic. There's a skeptic character that shows up in the movie, and he's like a huge jerk. And it's like, oh, this skeptic is obviously in it for the money, which is so funny because like, you know, like Christians or guys who push the supernatural make way more money, right?
Yeah.
There's way more money in that racket than being like a skeptic, you know.
Yeah.
But they make the skeptic like a huge douche, right? And there's like a part where like the skeptic he like, you know, like once he sees the real demonic shit happening, he like gets on his knees and starts like praying. It's like, aha, we got him. Skeptic not so no tough that demons are fucking real, haha, little bitch, right? And it's like, damn, where's the horror movie where like the skeptic is just always right? Like none of them will do it because a lot of these guys do believe that
none of them
demons
will
are
do
real.
that because like people I guess probably would find that annoying, but it'd be interesting.
People hate people like me who are all like, yeah, ghosts that shit not real, dude. Demons, none of that shit's real. The Bible, not real. Sorry, bro. But they hate that. They hate those kind of people, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying how it is. I'm just saying the truth.
Yeah.
Demons aren't real. I think I hate you right now.
You know what?
You do this to me?
You know what's kind of interesting was that there was a whole part with the skeptic where once he sees the possession, he's all like, "I bet I can recreate that," and he does recreate it, and it's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, damn! Like, he's really doing some supernatural shit." And then I thought to him, but then he's all like, "Oh, I really just hypnotized you," and then they replay back the footage, and none of that supernatural stuff is happening, right? And in my head, I was thinking like, oh, I bet I know what the twist is. The skeptic is the devil, right? Like the possessed girl is like faking it, or because earlier they mentioned that she's possessed by a lesser demon, and I'm like, oh, because the real demon lord is the skeptic, and he's just here to like shit on everybody, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I thought that's what
interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought the twist was going to be, you know. But no, he's just a skeptic, and the girl's possessed by a demon. She's possessed by a demon, right? Like that. No, nothing new. You know, it's just too straightforward. You know, if the story was more interesting, I would have let everything else like slide, maybe, right? But no, the movie did not did not have too much going for it, and it sucks.
Glad you watched it because I don't think I would have watched it based on the clips I saw.
You wouldn't
I didn't
watch
realize
it.
I was sniffing a dud out though.
You wouldn't watch the movie?
I had no plans to.
All right, well that's fine. There's like way better movies to watch. I would recommend if there's one movie that does this like premise way fucking better is the movie WNUF Halloween Special, and I really recommend that one. I'm not gonna spoil that one because I want people to watch that one, right? But WNUF Halloween Special is really fucking good because it's kind of like this recording of this like off the VHS of like this local public access like news show where they're doing like a report in this real haunted house, right? And then a bunch of freaky shit starts happening, right? And what's so cool is that this recording made a bunch of fake commercials that play during the segments, right? And it's really fucking authentic. Like it feels like it's from like the 90s, like, you know, like it really feels like it could have been from that era, you know, because they went the extra mile to make it look authentic. The cameras they're recording with are like, you know, not top of the line digital cameras. They had all these like extra filters. He's like, I think the guy who made the movie had all this like archival footage that they used for the commercials. Right,
that's so awesome.
And it's always just you're watching just a recording someone has, and there's moments where like who's ever watching it like fast forwards it so you skip some of the commercials we already saw, right? and the movie has a way more fucking interesting twist. You know, like when it happens, it's like, oh wow, that's big brain. That's such a very good way to like present everything, show us a twist without like breaking the format, you know? Like everything is consistent with the format, and it really makes you think about like, oh, because it makes you think outside of the movie itself. Like, oh, who is watching this recording, right? Mm-hmm. Because that like tells you a little bit about the fucking story, you know?
Yeah,
right. And it's really fucking cool. It's called WNUF Halloween Special, and And recently, like I think 2 years ago, they made a sequel that I also heard was really fucking good too. And there's no clips of the sequel at all, like online. I can't find any because this is like something. This is like a low key thing. You have to buy it off of the guy, right?
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
yeah, that shit's so fucking awesome. And I think and another thing that was interesting because I looked up the budget of Late Night with the Devil, and it was like under 2 million, which is like I think that's like small, right, for like a film, like under 2 million.
Yeah, nowadays.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the budget was for WNUF Halloween special?
$5,000.
It was fucking my rent. My rent for 1 month. It was like it was $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. That's fucking insane. And they made a product that looked 10 times more authentic. I mean, if there's anything I were to give to WNU, if anything, kind of like I guess to be in good faith, WNUF was trying to replicate something a little bit more recently, and Late Night with the Devil was trying to like replicate something from the 70s, right? So it's a little tougher, right? But like if you pick the 70s, you have to work kind of harder, to like because if you think the story is enough, like maybe I'll say this, maybe while they were making Late Night with the Devil, they thought this story should be enough. Like people will overlook everything else because they'll think the story is compelling, and if they thought the story was compelling, that's them, But I didn't think it was, I didn't think it was not fucking worthwhile, to have a whole thing like this. And I hear there's yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, the appeal of like going back to like something that far in the past is like the analog feel of it. So
right, exactly.
Why even if you're not going to do it?
Yeah, because like I could like forgive like fucking like Man in the Suit, the fucking Godzilla analog horror, because like I know that's made by a minor in his fucking, and they're limited to like all the shit they have, but I feel like they are trying to convince you this takes place back then. They might not be doing a good job of it, but they're trying, And you could say Late Night with the Devil is like trying, but I expect them to try harder. Because if you're gonna have like big celebrities like this, if you're gonna have these like very accurate sets, I'll say the set looks accurate. I'd say the actors look accurate. The way the actors talk doesn't really sound like they're from the 70s, They talk a little bit more modern, which is kind of like was a little annoying, but like you got to go that extra mile, like fucking like shit like Tim and Eric or Dr. Steve Brule, like the shit they did to try to like replicate like an authentic kind of like early analog thing was like I know Dr. Steve Brule they would record everything, and they would like put that all on a VHS. And then while they were converting that to a VHS, they would start smacking the VHS machine while it was doing it.
So cool.
To kind of add like that kind of like jitteriness to
and
it,
that's that wouldn't even be that much money. I could go out and buy like a VHS to digital thing for like
exactly.
$5.
That's like one of those hobbies I really want to get into. I really want to like convert things that were never VHS into VHS,
Yeah, it would be really cool.
Yeah, it's really fucking awesome, That's something I really want to do. So it's just I don't know, it's kind of it's like annoying, It's it was frustrating like movie to like watch, and it just didn't do anything like super fucking interesting. It was one of those movies where like they thought the premise wasn't enough, and it just wasn't, right? Yep. Yeah, so that's
to go the extra mile to get me to care about your premise,
right? And like they had everything like online. It took place in the 70s. The Exorcist just came out. There's all these other bajillion things going on, Like the better version of this movie is like in my head, and it's so frustrating to like when it's like you can't just put that in the movie, right? Thank God AI exists, so I could type in my movie and it can just manifest itself. Thank God. Am I right, fellas?
I'm imagining that squirrel from the tree episode of Adventure Time where he turns to Finn and says, "In my mind, in my mind,
in my mind."
In my mind, the perfect movie exists.
In my mind, I practice the technique of positive visualization.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was pretty epic. There was something else I watched recently I want to talk about.
Yeah?
Can't remember. I rewatched them. Oh, another thing about Late Night with the Devil was there was so many moments where I thought like where I thought like they should have gone full Adult Swim and like done like a Too Many Cooks bit, you know? Like if they did something like that in Late Night with the Devil, I would have fucking loved the movie. But they didn't. I actually just rewatched Too Many Cooks and I'm like, why did it feel like they put more effort into like achieving an older aesthetic in Too Many Cooks than they did in Late Night with the Devil, you know? It's just like, I don't know, maybe the problem was that I was watching the movie on like a higher definition screen, you know? Maybe I should have watched the movie on a shittier screen. Who knows?
Well, I mean,
I do think that about some stuff.
Yeah.
Most stuff is like high definition. So you're probably seeing, I mean, most stuff made now is like they're not expecting you to watch this movie because it's like literally on streaming. So it's like there's no way they would expect you to watch this on some SD TV.
No, I got you. We did rewatch WNUF Halloween special, and that was on our like high quality TV, HD fucking shit machine and everything. And that one looked good. Like it looked authentic. Like if there's one thing I really appreciate is that like when you watch that movie and you look at like people's eyes because of like how shitty the resolution is, everyone kind of has like snake eyes, kind of like the pupils are so thin, they look like kind of snakish, right? And I remember when I first watched that movie, I was like high off of an edible and I was like losing my fucking mind because I thought like, oh shit, is the twist going to be that everyone's possessed? Oh fuck, because everyone just had like snake eyes. I was just like high off my balls, right?
Oh my God. Does anybody else see this?
Oh man, but no, it's fucking awesome. And I've been trying to like deep dive more like kind of movies that were trying to like do the whole like, oh yeah, well this is like a recording no one's ever seen before, and because the gloopity bloop monster shows up or something,
A fucking glooper.
A glooper, right? Because if like if all you need is like the right movie to like make this popular, and then you're gonna see this kind of become a trend, right? Like this is like the next evolution of like found footage. Is like no,
like Blair Witch and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like it's no longer about we found this footage in the fucking woods. Now it's like, oh no, this is like
now it's from another time, so it feels like, oh, this is back when shit actually mattered. And it gives me like a retro vibe.
Yeah, and there's also this kind of like more kind of like lost media angle.
Yeah, that too.
Right. So there's it's fucking. People eat that shit up, and I mean, I dig it. I think it's fucking neat.
It gives me the vibe of the start of Brutal Legend, where Jack Black invites you into the record shop, and he's like, "You got to check this out, man. Nobody knows where this record came from."
You gotta check this out, dude. It's fucking Jablinski here with the fucking ringy dingy. Radio dingus.
Ring-a-dig-a-ting-ting as radio.
I love how Jablinski turned out to be a one long con/gag where they never actually play a video game.
That would be pretty funny. They'd be pretty avant-garde.
There should be like a movie review podcast where two guys are talking about a movie. But the joke is that they're pretending that they saw the movie and they're just describing like they're manufacturing a whole opinion just based on like the cover and the back, right? Like they're trying to like guess what happens, right? But like they're not trying to make it seem like they didn't see it, I bet something like this exists, like what I'm describing, right?
Yeah,
but
just like some guy like looking through like letterbox for like other opinions to steal.
Yeah. that'd be a pretty sweet racket. You can't, maybe like a couple of years ago you probably pulled that off more cleanly, but now
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wish there was money to be made on Letterboxd, because I had like this idea like a few months ago where it's like it'd be like funny if like I had like a Gex account on like Letterboxd and I just went around talking about movies as they relate to video games. It's like like Gex watching Taxi Driver. It's like, this is the second craziest taxi I've seen today.
Yeah, he just makes lines like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of like trying to relate things to each other, I posted this in my private chat, but earlier today I found like the worst anime YouTuber is this guy called the Reformed Nerd. Yeah. Yeah, this guy is a character. I'll say this much.
I clicked on it when I had like a few free minutes when you were linking them. And he goes from like saying like he goes from calling Luffy Goku. He goes from calling Luffy Naruto to like Goku in like 3 minutes. So it makes me feel like this has to be a bit, right? It has to be a bit.
That is like I mentioned it before, but that's like an engagement bit where you like you say something wrong because you know people in the comments are gonna like
people are gonna get fucking furious.
Right, exactly.
Gohan gives up his
manhood.
He's ready to clean.
This guy is like really like not that like different from your typical kind of like red pilled bro who's like men are losing their masculinity type. Like his whole thing is like a Christian angle, like his thing is men like you like Dragon Ball Z. You know who else like died and came back to life? Right? He really like wants to.
Why have I never seen like the apostles as like the Z fighter? They just get the Dragon Balls to summon back Goku.
This one with this one of like I can't believe Naruto stole this from Jesus with Robin and Luffy on the cover. Like I left the comment saying what I'm basically gonna say on the video, but like because he was trying to say like, well, you know, God doesn't like want to like, you know, like he wants people who want to go to heaven to say that they want to go to heaven, who are actually committed. He doesn't want people who like don't like him to go to heaven, right?
I got that far in the video. I fucking hate this the most about like Christianity, where it's all like, no, you have to like openly want it, and it's like what like I swear, like growing up.
Oh, okay, so now you don't like consent, Kazoo. Okay, be consistent at least.
No, but like I swear, like when you grow up in like Christianity or Catholicism for like the first like 10 years, it's all like God loves you and he loves you no matter what.
Yeah.
You're a special little baby. And like he like as long as you're like a good person, you'll go to heaven. And then at some point it becomes like, no, you have to like say that you fucking only accept him and anybody else goes to hell. And I remember like being like 13, 12, thinking like, yeah, it's kind of weird that like some like a Buddhist could like do everything right, but then just go to hell.
Yeah,
like, it never sat right with me.
Right, exactly. There's this whole thing with like because he's trying to compare like Luffy to God, right? And he's like, I need to hear Robin say she wants to live, right? Because you know that's how you. That's
I need to hear her say that she wants to be in heaven.
Right, exactly, and it's kind of like, let's say, and the comparison with God doesn't work because like Luffy can't like execute Robin. Like Luffy can't like send her to heaven. She can't send her to hell.
God. Like,
yeah, she isn't God.
Some guy. He just helps out.
In God's scenario, he holds all the cards. So he's the guy, like, you know, sending you to heaven and hell, you know.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And like let's say hypothetically, heaven and hell exist. Wouldn't it be way better for someone who doesn't like God but is a good person to be in heaven rather than
somebody's like a total piece of shit? Yeah.
Yeah, like it would still be better, right, for them to be in heaven, even if they don't like God, because we know it's better. Yeah, like if realistically, you know,
if I'm like some omnipotent being, and I'm like saying like, all right, here's this whole ethics system, so you're all like good people, and so you can come to my little sky barbecue where we're all like good people together. You know, like I would theoretically I would just be fine if like anybody else was good.
Right.
But like, yeah, that's not how it works because we gotta rope people into paying money to church and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this guy is obviously kind of like you know, he's like a grifter type. He's trying to get engagement. there's not too many comments or like likes or views on his videos, right? So like he has to kind of like find ways to get more this shit more fucking engaging with. And like I watched his other videos and I get the big vibe that he just got into anime. Like like I get the vibe that he's probably like liked a couple or watched a couple, but he just recently like made the deep dive into it. He keeps
Oh fuck, this is perfect.
like he keeps calling it Invincible in anime. He has like his own like anti-Amber video too.
Oh, no.
Right. He keeps relating like things of Christianity with like Goku as like Jesus and whatnot. Never talks about like the fact that there's like actual gods in like Dragon Ball, and they're like kind of like, and he never like talks about like the naive cruelty of like the gods who actually rule over the Dragon Ball universe, you know, and whatnot. You know, he only ever talks about Goku because he only interested in talking about what's popular, and he's never trying to like actually like deep dive anything. Everything is like fucking surface level, you know.
I used to have secondhand embarrassment with guys like this because when I was a kid, that was kind of like the household that I grew up in for a time. My parents eventually gave up on it, but like it was recent enough to where I had to bend over backwards to like create connections between stuff in the Bible and like Kingdom Hearts. Like, oh, Mickey is Jesus. And because Sora confirmed the existence of light, he is now able to close the door to Kingdom Hearts and save the world from the like overtake of darkness. And it's like, that's so awful. That's literally what a kid would come up with. And you got these guys
I'm just
who are like 30 years old.
I'm imagining you doing this for like your parents, like, Dad, Sora
That was kind of the point, yeah.
Sora is like Jesus. Please let us get this game.
I did the homework. Let me justify my hobby to you.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like there's this like weird kind of like everything has to tie back in with Christianity. You know, like everything. This is kind of like what do you call like pride or like I don't know what exactly I would call it, but like this like, you know, so full of yourself that like, oh, I like this thing because it ties back to God and Jesus, and it's like, can you just like it for what it is? You know,
it's not even like a smart thing. It's like it's not even like he's like quoting specific Bible verses. Like, oh, what Bible lesson can we learn from Luffy today? Well,
that would actually be valuable. I might
Leviticus 3:5-8 or whatever says, forgive your friends even if they lie to you because so and so. But no, it's just like, yeah, Luffy's like God, and Robin is like the non-believer.
A lot of the things with like trying to compare like Goku to God and Jesus is that like Goku would be like Goku does something good and then he's like, oh, just like Jesus does good things, right? That's like that's basically it. That's like every point, you know. There was like one moment where he was talking about like, oh well, you know, Frieza's like supposed to like embody like this big evil and everything. That's why Goku like didn't give a second thought when he killed them. And then he
do you guys remember
hold up. And then his buddy is like, wait, but Goku did like give Frieza a second chance though. Like he didn't like instantly kill him. He's like, yeah, but you know, like see, that's what I mean by like they just got into like not Dragon Ball, but they just got into all this.
Like,
yeah.
He's gonna be like making content that says like, actually, Goku giving Cell the senzu bean is a lot like God giving Lucifer a second chance.
Yeah,
like that makes no fucking sense.
Something. It's kind of like, you know, when back during like pandemic and they're making everyone take the vaccine. And there was like that Family Guy clip they made about like, oh, Peter didn't want to take the vaccine, but Brian and Stewie convinced him, right? And people were like shitting on that. Right. This is kind of just like that, right? Where it's like, oh, like Peter doesn't want to become a Christian, so Goku and Luffy are here to convince him, right? Like that you're using like the Goku and Luffy character to get people into Christianity. Fucking Luffy, I don't think believes in anything, in any like God above or anything. I mean, later it turns out that like he is one. I think I've made this. I've said this before. Because I am annoyed when people like call One Piece like this full on like oh yeah, One Piece is like, you know, this like socialist left wing kind of text, and I'm like, well,
so
no,
like,
not really.
calm down, guys, please.
Like you're right at some points. Like there's a lot of like
obviously,
you know,
there obviously is like stuff there. I mean,
there's a lot of like I'd say there's more kind of lefty things in One Piece than like kind of like more right wing things. But like the right wing things or the more kind of like conservative things are there. You know, I made a whole joke about like thinking about making a comic where like some lefty is watching a conservative watch One Piece and he's like, how could a conservative like One Piece? And then the clip he's watching is all the Straw Hats praying. They're like, oh Luffy, God in heaven, please
God, Luffy,
please beat up this minority who's ruining. Please beat up this foreigner who's ruining our society. And then Luffy is in Joy Boy form, and he's kind of like, not all Marines, right? Because yeah, those are shit he does believe in, right? That a conservative Christian can get into One Piece because like there's a Jesus, there's a great man, you know, there is there is
the great man,
the great man,
the king of the pirates,
right? Exactly, you know, like conservative Christians can get in on that, you know, that's a thing, right? But yeah, it's this guy's kind of frustrating. I don't even know if I should talk about this guy too much because I kind of don't want to give him the attention. Because I know
what if he finds you?
That'd be funny. It's funny. He had a video talking about like there's some like satanic animes he doesn't watch, and coincidentally, all the satanic ones are the ones he that aren't super popular because he's all like, oh, I don't watch Black Clover, and it's like, yeah, you know,
no one watches Black Clover.
Yeah, dude, man. I don't watch Black Clover because it's satanic. Or are you sure it's because you just don't like it because it's just not popular, dude? That's why. Yeah. It's funny how you watch a anime where a character uses a devil fruit ability and is the good guy. Yeah, like come on now.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about bankrolling my own Christian dog whistle guy. Like, where are the Christian Tekken players?
It probably is. Like, they're there. I bet. You know,
he starts every set doing like the crucifix with like his joystick.
I'd say that like a lot of kind of like spiritualist like tech guys are like kind of Christian because there's something you notice about like spiritualist belief is that they never attempt to disprove Christianity. Like a lot of spiritualists will like bring Christianity into the fold, you know, like
every time.
Because if a spiritualist has a belief where they're like, oh, I believe that there's like special individuals that are given superpowers. That's what Jesus was, right? Like, oh no, my religion doesn't contradict Christianity. It's actually a part of it, right? You know, and that's like an attempt to like, because Christianity is the bigger religion, you don't want to piss off the big beast, right? So you have to be like, oh well, you know, my belief, you know, fucking like, you know, it includes your fucking belief, you know, and then later if my religion gets bigger, we're gonna drop the Christianity, you know, because that was like the plan with Christianity too, you know. That's why in the Old Testament they make reference to other gods. Because you know the Bible wasn't like popular, right? There was like still like other polytheistic. What's it called?
Literally, like that one Roman emperor was like, "All right, if I win this battle, though, this guy's real. this guy. I forget. It might be Augustine, but I might be mistaken."
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why like the Bible still earlier on mentions other gods because they, you know, believing in other gods was popular, right?
There's now little bits of like of old like all the Greek and Roman myths having like the halos around them that carried over to Christianity.
Yeah, exactly. They pick and choose from any kind of current popular thing to kind of stay alive, you know, right? And
like how they rewrote Lucifer 7 times.
we jump 50. We jump like 500 years in the future, and if Christianity still exists somehow, like Goku's a part of the text.
Yeah, they try to bring in Goku into the fold. I was thinking about making a comic where like a parent is trying to get their kid into Christianity, and they'll be like, "Oh, you really like Dragon Ball Z? Well, I got another story about epic battles and guys who come back to life and gives him the Bible, and then the kid flips through. He's all like, this power system doesn't make any sense. Another protagonist who wants another incest protagonist,
another predestined protagonist. Come on,
now.
Oh, what he was actually a sky alien the whole time. Come on.
Wow, this is Dad. This power system doesn't make any sense.
I feel like I have seen these conversations take place. That's why everyone
my God.
agrees Samson has the best arc.
I wish I knew more about Christianity because I'm trying to think of like a Vegeta equivalent for like season.
I don't think there's too many like Vegeta. That's the thing that like the Bible has no Vegeta, right? So it has no Vegeta.
The closest thing is like, oh, our hero works for the bad guys, but that's before he gets powerful enough to like overstep them.
You know, and here's another thing where like people complain about like people complain about virtue signaling, like this whole like trying to like promote Dragon Ball Z as like Christian text is another form of virtue signaling, right? Because like, oh, you're a good person for liking a very, very popular manga series, dude. You're such a good person, right? And it's so like it's gross, you know. It's fucking gross, right?
It's also kind of a part of like the whole mechanism of dogma, because if it's popular and it's recognized as like a part of the status quo, you can't get rid of it, so you have to co-opt it,
right? Basically,
if Dragon Ball Z existed in 1928 Germany, you can guarantee Hitler would be all. We all likes the sounds.
The Aryans, dude, they're just like the Saiyans, you know, and they got wiped out by the fucking Frieza,
by the space Jew,
by the space Judah who controlled the whole galaxy.
We only see Hitler with like dark hair, but actually, if you knew him in real life, you could tell that it would like glow blonde.
I had a buddy of mine who told me that like, yo, obviously like Hitler was like a puppet for like the bigger like kind of deep state. Because think about it, like, you know, the Aryans were supposed to be like blonde, blue eyes, and Hitler was like had like black hair and whatnot, you know. And it's like, have you not considered that was like a part of the insecurity of why they had to make up the Aryan myth, you know? Like, you don't think that didn't eat up at Hitler? Like, do you think like the Nazis weren't like these self-conscious, like, you know, that they had their own fucking anxieties and turmoils, and that led them to land on these like beliefs, you know?
Yeah. Whiteness is so nebulous as like a concept, so it's like, oh,
right, exactly. I was talking after I watched that one episode of Behind the Bastards about Helena Bolotarsky. It was just so interesting about like when you think about it, like, you know, whiteness doesn't fucking exist. You know, it was invented like post international slave trade as kind of a way to differentiate yourself from, you know, the slaves, right? But now there's this whole idea of whiteness, and now they have to manufacture a fantasy to it. You know, like, oh, where the fuck did white people come from, right? Because like it can't be these other groups of people that we fucking hate. It's got to be like a mythical land. It's got to be Atlantis or something, you know.
Yeah,
it's fucking it's dumb. It's crazy. I had another idea for a comic where like it's like a person back in the day made like, finally I finished my book on the epic lore of the world. Now it's time to start a new religion. And then in modern day, it's like, finally I finished the epic lore of the world. Now it's time to make a tabletop game, right? Because it's like it's crazy how these people like, damn, if only they were born a couple centuries later, they could have been fucking killing it with their sci-fi novel.
Yeah, they could have just been niche online guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of these people just miss and you know, a lot of it is because, and I'll say, I'm just throwing random things. I'm just free balling it right here, freestyling it, jazzing it up with all these ideas. There's like this insecurity that people have with when they make like art, that they're not doing something important, you know? Right. Yeah. So like they have to
change the world.
Yeah. So with some people, the people who make the wacky religions, who come up with all these like creative, like supernatural sci-fi concepts, like, you know, to them, like just making a book is not enough because they feel like it's not real. It has to be that people have to believe this because I have to feel like I'm doing something worthwhile, you know? And it kind of stems from them not appreciating the art they make, you know? Yeah. Right? Like, oh, being an artist is not enough. I need people to just believe and die for this, you know? Right.
You got to be your biggest fan first and foremost.
And all I'm saying is that never give up on your art, because everyone who gives up on your art either becomes like a Nazi or like a fucking like they become a fucking a drama YouTuber, and they're both like equally bad, right? So
Yeah, they're basically the same.
The same thing, right? And that's something you don't want to do to yourself. Just keep doing your art. You gotta learn to love what you fucking make, because if you don't, you're gonna turn into some wacky psycho, right? I
wonder if Lovecraft had that problem.
Luckily, he liked writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that he when he was younger, he had like a newsletter called The Conservative that he would like make and write articles about. Right.
Oh man, Lovecraft would be so much worse in the modern.
If Lovecraft existed now, he would probably transition, but like be a TERF or.
Yeah, he would transition, but he'd still be like the most awful person you know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Fucking exactly. All right. I think I just ran through all my fucking topics. Anything you guys want to talk about?
Fuck. I've just been like. I've been in a real fucking rut of things. If I'm not drawing, I'm like planting tomato plants or like fixing up holes and pipes that burst in my fucking basement. So I was really nervous, like accepting the call to pod, because I was like, fuck, I have nothing interesting to say.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm here, and I love listening to myself talk. I re-listen to my own podcast all the time.
All the time. Gotta be number one fan.
Yeah, mostly to see like what can I improve on. Like, okay, I sound like a fucking lunatic.
What's the big pickup from listening to your podcasts? Like,
I'm super funny.
What's the main thing? Oh, of course.
I'm always the funniest guy there.
I'm always the funniest guy in the room. Do you have a favorite? Wow. Do you have a favorite bit from the pod? What's your favorite pod bit?
Oh my god, I went to fucking listen. There's some bits that I think would have been good as like little animations that I could probably do.
Yeah.
Favorite bit? I don't know. You put me on the spot, you motherfucker. You. I gotta write down like a Google Doc of all my favorite bits just so I don't be caught by surprise next time. No, I don't got too many. Like I know I got favorite bits. None of them are coming to mind. I'll probably think of one later. When I'm not recording. And I'd be like, damn, I should have said that,
Yeah.
It'll be 3 a.m. and then your actual honest to God favorite bit will just pop into your mind.
I'll scream and yell.
I'm trying to think if I've said anything I like.
Maybe you have. That's something to kind of like look into. You speaking of bits, you finally drew your first Mopilda comic, I see.
It's just like a little drawing. I kind of just want to I'm probably not going to do the backgrounds like that again. First of all, it's kind of like, it's kind of messy and it doesn't look too good. I'm really flattered by how much people are retweeting it, but I do think it's kind of a mess. But I'm just figuring out shit because I do want to get this shit out by I want to try to have like a webcomic out by like the fall. So I'm just throwing shit at a wall to see what fits, trying to find the voice and like the writing, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, that's how it is. You just got to do it and then you'll see it form. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to do it.
Yeah. It was my fault. I was only just going to do this first panel here where she's just because I just want to draw lots. It's annoying because it's I don't want to do little slide. I don't. I want to have a long going comic. I don't want it just to be some family circus bullshit where it's a panel,
a series of endless vignettes.
Yeah,
you want the sequence to build up to something.
Yeah, well, it can be I think it's going to be pretty casual, but it's I don't want it to just be a bunch of cheap vignettes, But yeah, I just kind of did that for myself more than anything. Yeah, I'm glad people are vibing with it. I really think it's more just that I have good friends that retweet my stuff more than
Nah,
anything.
that's-
I don't know if it's too good.
Nah,
Don't mean to toot my horn.
I sometimes feel like cheating, like
Uh,
maybe give up on the comic concepts that I have
I
and
don't
just
know.
turn everything that I have into a visual novel.
You could just
I mean, that could
you
work.
could just make a bunch of OCs and imply lore. This is
Yeah.
knife girl, and this is my other knife girl, and
I just think about certain sequences and I think, instead of drawing this, I
Yeah.
would love to just describe it and people buy that.
I don't know. I like the idea of making comics too much. I like the idea of characters' faces squinting or reacting to things, and I like the idea of like characters having moments to like just sit with information and knowledge and stuff like that. Like
No,
I
I
like the
gotcha.
medium of comics
Yeah.
too much.
No, I
I
gotcha.
fucking love comics.
Oh, I fucking love comics. There's a lot of comics I want to fucking make. I have not been in the best mood to make kind of like funny stuff. I've been really
Yeah.
itching to make like longer form things. My local comic collective is kind of like, hey, Cheesy, when are you gonna make another physical comic so we could sell it at like little at our conventions or markets? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm kind of like, I got like bajillion. I have like 5 things that need my financial attention right now, and I've been
Yeah.
trying to do my best to cover them. So I have no time for comics that I really want to do. There's comics that I was like, oh, I'll have this comic done by February, and I haven't even started on them. Right? I do want to make more comics. I'm like, I'm scared I'm gonna lower my following count is gonna go down. I admit that. I'm man enough to admit that, like, I don't want my following to go down.
I don't want my number to go down. I want you all to stay with me, and we'll all have a happy time
Yeah.
together.
Right, exactly.
I think that too, though. Sometimes I'll see it go down like 2 or 3, and I'm just like, what did I do to upset you?
What did I fucking do, man? I'm sorry.
Did I retweet too many times? Please,
I used to
I'll
get
change.
upset by that, but at least for my follower account, I've discovered that every time it goes down, it was just like,
Yeah, it's
3
all
bots
those
were following me.
It's all those porn bots.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but yeah. There's a bajillion things I want to finish. Things I said I'd have done.
How's weren't you starting up Bongo and Luna yet?
Oh yeah, I actually drew like 2 of them,
nice.
but I have them in the pocket. I kind of want to draw 3 more before I drop them on
Yeah.
Patreon.
That's a good idea.
I'm at the I'm seeing the finish line for this Diesel collab comic. I'm almost done.
Oh yeah.
How
How close is it? How close is it to being done?
I am waiting for one more person. I'm waiting for one more person to finish, and then
Ooh.
I'll be good, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, I just want that done. I need so much fucking.
Are you guys like printing that or selling
Nope.
it? Or, I guess you can't.
It's gonna be free to read online, so. And I'll have like a digital copy that people could just download.
Yeah.
But I also have like a printable PDF. So if people just want to print their own copy, like I have a PDF that's formatted for that perfectly, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if people just want it, like go ahead and print out your own copy. I really don't want to go for the hassle of like
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot
printing out all that shit for people. Yeah, exactly. I'm focused on. Oh God, I'm focused on so many things. It's awesome. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're at the end. Kazoo, anything you want to promote?
Yeah. Just keep your eyes glued to my socials. I'm trying to pump out more art, and like I said, hopefully my webcomic should be out sometime this fall.
Mhm.
Knock on wood. Who knows? Let's see.
Yeah. How about you, Julia?
I have vqcd.in. There are actually some changes coming up. I can't give a timeline though, but bookmark the URL and you'll be the first to see it when the content drops, for lack of a better way to phrase it. That's vqcd.in.
Hell yeah. And I'm Cheesymanfredo. There's more comics coming down the pipe. I just need to dig myself out of my financial situation and I'll be good. I'll be great. That'd be fucking awesome. I'm Cheesy Man.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
And you've been listening to Fuckcast. I wish I had like a horn.
Yep. I'm Cheesymanfredo. This is my podcast. This is my main character syndrome. Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording.